The season on the whole was incredibly entertaining, especially like that was a very, very hot start.
The first half of the season was very good.
And there were maybe a couple episodes sprinkled in there toward the end that were less exciting or less fulfilling.
Yeah.
But this was a fun closeout. I'm not going to sit here and argue that like it all made perfect sense and that every plot line felt satisfying and that I'm on the whole totally fulfilled, because I'm not. I still have a lot of questions about the way this story ends and like maybe had a few writing flaws that could have been remedied with more episodes, but the budget is the budget.
Yep.
And on the whole, I was very entertained by this.
Yep.
The season finale did leave me feeling what I thought you very aptly described as whelmed.
Yeah. We've clearly had like notes for this episode and some things that we thought could have been better. And I don't want to lose sight of the fact that like overall, I thought it was like a pretty good conclusion to the season based on where we were with 70 minutes left to go. So I think I said this a few weeks ago that I thought we were probably closer to like ultimate endgame than maybe we were thinking. And now I think that was right. There's not that much left to happen.
Well, so what is the next season?
I'm not getting my hopes up going into the final season that it's going to be 8 bangers with insane because that never is the way that it goes. There are always run game, as we like to call them, episodes. There have to be. It can't just be 8 battles in a row. And I would expect a sort of similar season setup, if I had to guess, with some big dominoes falling early and then essentially the final ones happening in the penultimate and final episode of the season.
So season 3 picked up immediately where season 2 left off. I expect a time jump.
Okay.
Not a significant one, but I think we drop back into King's Landing and
absurd,
she's ruling in a more fascist way. But the 4th season to me has to be the downfall of Rhaenyra, the end of her reign, the way it all collapses, right? And in doing so, killing every character we named earlier. Rhaenyra, Daemon, Alicent, Aemond, Corlys surely cannot survive this series. Adam, Alan, Baela, Joffrey, there are so many characters that if they aren't whacked by the end of the series, make no sense at all.
But this goes to my point about the dragons, like how I'm sort of realizing and maybe even thinking now that when this series ends, there are still some dragons. It's just, it takes the next generation or two for them to shrivel up and essentially go extinct. But there's a chance that more players are sort of left on the board than we're sort of envisioning right this second. Obviously, I think that out of the big ones, I think only probably one survives, but I could be wrong.